start off this round. Decoy immediately goes down in mid. It is heard by the CTs as they push one into mid. Timo is not working his way through the door, so he's going to hang out there in the CT courtyard, CT mid. The bomb is in B with 3 other teammates, so we'll make that 4 in B, as one is going to work lower. That is Mark of Mythic on terrace. He is spotted and hit a couple times. He is down now to 47 HP as he rushes out lower. The smoke is going to go down from mid to B. The terrace may be realizing this. Are playing very aggressive on Cat. That is Lilman and Joey playing on Cat. Still no kills yet. The bomb is hanging out in B. They are waiting for the smokes to go down for this. It looks like they're setting up for a mid to B rush here, as Robbie and Mark just hanging out in mid. Mark playing up on Cat now. Robbie with the flash is going to run out mid. Mark, not in tow. So there's only one T running out mid. That is Robbie. And he takes down Timo outside B. So already a great pick for him, as there is one CT in B trying to defend from the back of the but he's taking it down. Nightworker gets him. Robbie with 2 more kills. Robbie with 3 kills this round so far. Robbie looking for his 4th. Can't find it. Lightworker comes out to finish off Joey and end the round. Mythic goes up 1-0.
Yeah, Robbie come in huge, you know, and Wabbit, you were touching on these guys last season coming in second and kind of going from a team that was like an all-day pug team that just has 20 players on the roster, whoever shows up, to, you know, I think this season they've turned into the little more methodical team that's going to, you know, practice, is going to outstrat you and outsmart you and then out-aim you too, so.
Yeah, exactly. I think they kind of just realized their potential with how well they did last season.
So we're going to take this eco as a chance to go do a roster rundown. SND, would you care to do the honors?
Sure. We'll do the roster rundown. We got Robbie 1, Lex, Mark, Lightworker, and Abe finishing out the 5 for Mythic. Followed by Nice Fucking Shirt with Demise, Lil Man, TMO, Joey, and then what is that? JVY? Is that supposed to be Juvie or?
I think that's Juvie.
Okay.
Sorry, who is that?
Jay? I think he's like a French Canadian person. I thought he played on power mode or something.
We'll just call him Jay here.
Yeah, I'll call him Jay. I hate calling him Juvie because that, you know, tends to go towards Preston, so.
So a quick round to end that eco, as only 1 terrace goes down. An AK and 3 glows remain for the terrace. Going into the 3rd round here. The freeze time starts and no buys yet. Nothing too shocking from the CTs. However, Lex now sitting on 4750. I'm not sure if he's going to buy. Abe neither. So, oh, there's the Galil for Abe. And starting off this next eco round, looks like the CTs are all just going to stack on Cat, as they are fast catted. Lilman now running back towards mid. Playing by the smoke. The bomb is in B tunnels, away from the rest of the CTs. They have stacked at the wrong site thus far. As the terrorists are going to look for a pick here, as there just is Lilman looking for anything on B plat. He's not going to find it. Abe just picks him off right away with that Galil headshot. Little of the terrorists, so B is 100% open and not a CT within eye shot. As Jay tries to peek out Cat and pick off one, but he's immediately taken down from the side by Abe now. So they had an open site, they chose not to take it. They're gonna head back A. The odds are still pretty good for them, as they do have the guns and armor. As 4 terrorists are now outside long A. In lower is 1 terrorist, that is Abe. Abe gonna try and get his flank on here soon from mid, as the terrorists make their appearance in long, head their way up. The smokes not gone down yet. Robbie does take down 1 Lightworker with a kill of his own on a TMO and Joey. So already things are looking good for the CTs, as the last one is cleaned up by Abe. Abe, a great round there. Although in eco, he still gets a multi-kill.
Yeah, I mean, Wabbit, again, we go back to the economy right here early off. 2 kills for NSF in 3 rounds. You know, Mythic's being methodical. They're not making, you know, dumb push mistakes, and they're not getting not giving anything right now. They're coming out to play, I think.
Yeah, just building up their money for the following rounds.
So the first gun round between Mythic and Nice Shirt here, as the bomb is going to hang out at top mid, outside long. On the terrace side, there is 1 T in lower B. He's going to look for the push of Joey. He finds 1, however, 2 terrorists. That is Jay and Demise now. Pushed B tunnel, they couldn't find him. Though they do dunk a nade on him. Robbie goes down to a grenade. TMO with a kill on the rifle of his own onto Mythic Lightworker. So now the bomb is out in long. It has been called Lilman, hanging out at the ramp. isn't going to see anyone as they elect to jump back on site and protect it from there. So the last 3 terrorists now in long, looking to make their way up towards A, as the CTs are set up, 2 on cat, 1 playing the double doors in mid, and there is 1 in B, and that is Demise. He is going to be mostly a non-factor until, maybe not, as the bomb is falling back into spawn out of long. The bomb is no longer in long. The A take has not happened. He is going to work top mid by those barrels. Abe holding onto the bomb. He's going to peek out mid. He's not going to see anything. On the other side of the double doors is Jay, Juvie, JVYY. Call him what you will. If anyone in chat knows his correct name, please let me know. And on cat is Lilman and TMO. Still looking for kills here as the bomb is going to go up cat. They're going to find 2 CTs there. Abe taking down 1. Timo returning a kill, but Abe taking out a second one to clear up that cat, and Lex following up with an op kill now as 1 CT remains. That is JV on the flank. He does manage to get the bomb down, causing this to be a 1-on-1. So JVYYJ versus Lex. Lex holding onto an op. He's going to go onto A and plant with that op. JVYY now playing on cat. He's going to peek out here shortly, and he's going to find the headshot on the Lex. A great shot by pardon me, a great shot by JVY there to end that round.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot to say other than that.
Yeah, trades were made. All came down to hidden shots there, and NFS came out with the round one.
But you noticed almost 9K on 2 of Mythic. You know, these guys, other than, you know, whoever's going to buy the op, I mean, they can buy for 2 rounds in a row, essentially, at this point. So that goes back to those first 3 rounds. You got to get a couple trades. You got to make something happen on the economy as a CT.
So an all-important first round for the CTs, and a gun round. And Team will get a nasty frag through that pick, or a nasty pick through mid, right through the door as the T's are getting their health chipped away at. However, Robbie managing to get 1 as they fight through this smoke at long. The bomb and 2 teammates are in long, fighting through a smoke. They don't find anything elsewhere on the map. Abe is finding 1 on Xbox. He does kill the Opper in mid, so Timo finding vengeance for him as Jay returns and likewise killing Abe, making this a 3-on-3. However, some of the terrorists here sitting very low on health, and you see lots of spam coming in as we know it. Jay looking for that pick across as Marcus sitting on 5 HP. Robbie sitting on 56 and Lex sitting on 97 as they walk into sight here. They're going to be almost no resistance here. As Jay sitting on cat at the same spot we saw him the very last round, looking for that pick onto A plat. However, the terrorists in sight do have backup this time. Loman gonna flank around from long. He is gonna shortly meet Mark. Mark and Loman now in conflict in long, looking for the kill. Robbie gets the kill onto JVY on cat. However, Loman getting a kill of his own in long. Lex now on a demise. Lilman, the last remaining CT here in long, working his way up. 13 HP for Lilman. There is 1 in elevator for the terrorists and 1 on cat. And it's not going to matter as Robbie from cat gets a headshot on Lilman. 4-1. Mythic takes another round off of Nice Shirt.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I mean, Wabbit, unless you saw something I didn't, I'm not sure why Little Man even tried to push at that point. I mean, unless he made 2 amazing shots with 12 health, I mean, it wasn't happening, regardless of a kit.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just one of those plays. It didn't really matter whether or not he kept it going. I mean, I guess he could have made a play, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter what he did there.
Alright, moving into round number 6 here. Mythic up 3 rounds on Nice Shirt. The eco is here for the CTs. A grenade comes out from Lex. Damages Joey to 24 HP, so not a great start to the round for him, unfortunately. However, he is just holding onto that pistol, and running up mid is Loman. He almost gets Mark with the pistol, however, Mark takes him down with the AK. That armor really doing work for him, but however, he is remaining with 4 HP. Demise going down on the map as the terrorists move into B here. Abe and Nightwolf are both combining to get kills of their own. The bomb is going to be planted in B. 2 CTs remain. That is Joey in T-spawn. Yes, you heard me correct. T-spawn right now. And Jay trying to get a pick from CT, but he's taken down by Abe. Abe having a dynamite game so far. And the last remaining CT now, Joey. Still in T-spawn looking for a weapon. Mark sitting around 4 HP again this round, very low. But Lex comes in to clean up that kill, making this a 5-1 game.
Yeah, and these flawless eco rounds that Mythic are picking up here, it's going to add up in the end. Their bank is rolling.
Yeah, I mean it's worth almost for every 2 flawless ecos, it's worth at least 1 full buy round. You know, nades, armor, everything. So.
Alright, starting here into round number 7. The bomb is outside long, as we've seen it many times this round. Lilman working lower with the eco, as the CTs are ecoing. Trying to wait for that terrace to come out. The bait is real. There it is. Lilman gets the first kill of the round, getting an AK for himself, as the terrace all now take that as a cue to run out long. As the CT is ecoing. We're going to have to face a fully armed terrorist rush out through long here. Lilman now hiding elevated, looking for some kills here. He's going to have to fight through the smoke. He does almost find one. The nades are going to come through. Lilman might push through that smoke. We have yet to remain, or yet see that, pardon me. He's going to try and push through it. And in elevator, looking for the jump shot. Gets a jump shot on Lilman with a nasty shot on the A-Bad as he's planting the bomb with a jump shot from ramp. However, Lightwork here getting 2 nasty AK headshots in a row. Lex getting a double kill of his own, and Mark taking down TMO to end the round in lightning quick action there. And now we have 6-1, or pardon me, yes, 6-1 now for Mythic. So as far as ecos go, I mean, it could have gone worse for the terrace there, for sure. I mean, they did end up finishing off that round, but I mean, Lilman here, we see Lilman now, he's just kind of using that auto snipe here along. I'm gonna, sorry if you're on auto reactor, I'm gonna quickly keep my eyes on this and see what he can do here, as a terrace now rushing up Cat, looking for some kills here. The auto snipe gets an assist with that TMO. JB cleaning up though with the M4 frag onto Robbie. Robbie, the first casualty of this round. Lightworker now getting a kill, a return kill on his own on Joey, making this a 4-4. The terrorists are so lit up. They are so damaged. 17, 19, 38 HP for 3 of the remaining terrorists. Their Opera Lex sitting on 100 for himself, however. Jay, the only damaged member of the CT side, as the bomb is moving up into Cat. 3 on Cat. There is one spawn looking for lurkers. That is Lightworker, who's sitting at 17 HP. The bomb is going to work its way up toward Cat. He's just waiting for that smoke to clear before they come out now. Lilman still holding on to that auto snipe, watching Cat perfectly for that rush to come out. So we have yet to see what will happen here as the smoke does clear away. Lex looking to peek. He is peeking on Plat with that op. There's no one on there. He's going to peek out wider and wider and wider, and then he will see the auto snipe here of Lilman, but it matters not, as Lex with a big opening kill there with the op to clear out A totally. However, Jay getting a pick, the CT getting a pick from T, and the Lightworker in double door, so Lightworker goes down, making this a little easier for the terrorists, as it is a 3-on-3 now. Jay with 2 kills this round, so already a great round for him, as 3 rifles remain, but Jay with his his 3rd kill of the round, with a nade TMO now, getting Lex after getting a kill of his own. However, in the last T was Mark, pardon me. I am all tongue-tied here, going into round number 9, as Mythic will go up, will not get another round here, and my scoreboard just erased itself, so I'm gonna have to let you take this away, SMD, while I reconnect.
Yeah, it's you know, 6-2 now, Mythic, but I feel like they should have pushed back down long when they had it smoked and they got the bomb down. They should have got down long quicker, and instead of letting I don't know who it was. It was either Jay or TMO came around with that op. I mean, Wabba, you can kind of give your little insight on that retake, but I feel like they gave them the retake. It wasn't, you know, they certainly didn't earn it, really.
Yeah, Abe kind of got caught there in no man's land, and Abe and nade. I think he maybe could have peeked there and either landed a headshot or died, but Lex would have had the information sooner if a flank was coming, and maybe the round could have turned out differently for Mythic.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I saw. It was just a little slow on getting out there to the pit and playing that bomb, but nonetheless, 6-2. Still got money, you know, they can buy next round even if they lose this one, so hopefully they'll look to get back on it here.
So pardon me, gents, I did that whole last round blind there.
Yeah, we still got 5 up. Are you
doing my best. Yes, I am. I have returned. Joey getting the opening kill on Robbie 1. Robbie 1 was playing on Cat. Lex gonna walk out B as the bomb is spotted at B. It's gonna come out B now as the terrorists move in. The smoke goes down that door. No kills yet. Abe's gonna try and cross and get the bomb down. He is going to plant at the default spot, playing for tunnels. Mythic Mark getting a kill of his own, flanking through spawn. You can see a lot of the terrorists, or CTs, there on ramp. Mark getting another one. Mark looking for a 3rd kill of the round. He's not going to find it. Joey takes him down in spawn. And now the focus of the CT shifts into B site as they have a 3-on-2 takedown. Jay standing in door, looking for a pick of his own. Lightworker takes down Joey, and Abe taking down Jay to end that round swiftly as Mythic takes another round.
Yeah, exactly what they needed to do. Get back on it. Get that money back up. Here they are. They got, they lose this. They could buy probably 2 rounds in a row again, and you put NFS right back on the eco. I mean, it's what you want to do on Dust 2.
Yeah, I feel like NFS could have had a chance at winning that round if Demise was able to stay alive longer at B, because I think it was either Jay or Joey got a mid-double door, so when the T's walked into B, they got the pick on Demise. They knew he was most likely the only one there. Whereas if he spotted and just stayed alive and called and waited for backup, NFS would have had a greater chance at winning.
So Mark starts off this eco round by just running along and blasting the hell out of all the CTs there, getting a triple kill, just mowing them over with his teammates. There are 2 CTs left, just hanging around in mid. And pretty much the bank will be enough. Do you think they will buy or double save here for Nice Shirt?
No, they'll buy.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to buy. But if they don't get any exits here, it's gonna be once again a certainly almost flawless eco. I think Mythic's had what four eco rounds and lost maybe 3 guys in all 4.
Something like that. They've done real well with their anti-ecos, making sure no one dies.
And you got 12k on Abe at this point, so unless Mythic just loses 3 in a row, I mean they're essentially set with money for the rest of this half. So
yeah,
Mythic now trying to see what they can find in this half, or see how fast they can close it out. Nice Shirt looking to kind of salvage what remains here as they are down by 6 rounds. An 8-7 is looking unlikely given the way that this has panned out so far. However, stranger things have happened. Playing up close in B is Demise and TMO. Jay getting his first kill, Lex returning on to Jay. Mythic Mark getting kill his own. Demise now goes down to him, and B has opened wide up as the Terror is getting picks. As the CD's playing a little aggressive there, pushing in, opening up the site totally. Lowman is going to be forced to push Cat, and he'll be quickly met in the side of the body by Lex with an op shot. So Lex playing great with that op right now for his team. And Joey, the last remaining CT, just chilling in spawn, looking for anything he can find. He jumps himself up onto the box. Up close to him is Abe, not looking up there. So Abe and Joey almost back to back now in mid. Abe has to look directly to his left to see Joey. Joey looking right down at him. Goes for the shot and misses it. He now knows where he is, but it matters not as Joey walks out. Kills Abe. So an op and 2 AKs remain for the terrorist. And Mark gets Joey as he tries to run away and save that. No luck for him now. 9-2.
About the only thing worse than giving up flawless ecos is giving up flawless gun rounds, and putting yourself right back on an eco. Another, obviously the last little kill, but that was essentially a flawless. You look at the money, it's just insane at this point, so.
Yeah, Mythic set for the rest of the half here.
Mythic has been really on a hot streak since they had that Sivo made that almost win against Netcode, guys. It was a very impressive showing by them. And as you were saying earlier, Wabbit, Maine is very competitive this season.
Yeah, playoffs are going to be really enjoyable to watch.
So starting off this eco round, as to be expected, Terra's just mowing over helpless CTs, running off pistols. Demise, the only CT, getting a frag that round onto Robbie. So pretty much the CTs are going to have to buy here. I mean, they have 5,300, they have enough to buy. But what can they do to try and make this at least a 10-5?
Yeah, well, but I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, well, their money hasn't been the greatest, but I mean, I know for my team, a big part to why our CD side was so good is because of, I guess, my op. My op's really good on this map. So, I don't know, I feel like they need an op to really kind of duel with Lex, but they can't afford it. But even forcing without armor, I think I'd almost do that at this point.
And Lex is, might I point out, Lex is sitting at 11-2. The scores right now for the Terrors are looking unreal. 14-4 for Mark. 13-7 for Robbie. Lex 11-2. Only 2 deaths in the entire game. We're already around 13 now. But the CTs trying to feel their way out through their sights here as Jay gets a good all-important pick as Robbie tries to push mid. And he is shut down now. But the bomb, however, is in long. A 5-on-4 now. Demise at half health. As the team's moving along, Joey's sitting here trying to get some picks here. He is going to see if he can find one. Loman taking down Mark on a flank. Abe taking him down. Joey's still alive in pit. And both teams exchanging frags now, already putting this at 2-on-1. There was a very fast pace to the action there at long. The bomb is picked up in pit by Lightwork. He's going to work his way up. He's going to throw a grenade at the ramp. He's not going to find anyone as the last 2 CTs, TMO and Demise, are all that remains for the CTs. And Mythic sitting with their last terrorist, Lightworker, armor, bomb, nades, you name it, a double kill this round. He might be able to do this. Both CTs looking at the crossing in long. They're gonna see him here very shortly. Lightworker is gonna cross with his life intact still. Demise playing on Cat. TMO now. Falling back.
What? What?
Looks like gonna switch
what?
it up from spawn going to long
Yeah.
there. That was very confusing. So they mix things up here, shuffling up their positions. Demise gonna head long, looking for a Colt frag, and the terrorist on site is playing at safety box. Demise just runs up there and two taps him with that Colt,
shot,
making it
yeah.
fine. It was perfect. So maybe, just maybe, this could be a 10-5 hack.
Yeah, it's like when the coach goes for the 2-point conversion, you know, when he doesn't really need to, and then then it works, and you're kind of like, okay, we'll accept that, you know. It was interesting to say the least, but I think Joey pretty much made that round happen, and Mythic I think kind of messed up a little bit by. It looks like it had one guy already looking long when the guy's still in pit. You know, you just take for granted the trade on that side, and then Joey took 3. So.
Yeah, the way they played that little crossfire at the long corner and pit, it worked out well the way they timed the peaks off each other.
So moving into round 14 of this ESEA playoff, we have Nice Shirt versus Mythic. Mythic up by 7 rounds now in the first half. 2 rounds remain. We're gonna see Jay here playing in mid as he has been doing every round. He is teamed up with TMO. The bomb is outside long again. There is one playing in plate, that is Joey. They're feeling confident in Joey's fragging ability, as last round he was the player who would not die in pit as they all rushed out long. 4 of the terrorists now just sandwiched into the B tunnel. They're gonna see him in pit. They're just gonna opt to toss nades at him here. More nades come out. Joey falling into the very back of pit here. No kills yet on this map. Lilman walking up for the crossfire. They're gonna smoke off his teammate there. Lilman still playing him long. He's gonna be flashed. Not totally flashed. He's gonna come out, try and find a kill. Lightworker takes him down. So Mythic already up 1 body now, as they're still trying to siege Joey here in pit, but Joey having none of that, getting a double kill of his own. Finally taken down by Robbie, but at what cost? Robbie sitting at 12 HP with 2 teammates, one with AK, one with off, and TMO, Jay, and Demise all still remain with their guns. Mark now just running through B, looking for a flank here. Demise is going to be watching mid. He knows that maybe he will be coming there, yes. But however, he is dinked through the door, so a great shot there from Mark. Both players now sitting at 15 and 24 HP respectively. However, it matters not as Jay starts walking into sight, takes down Robbie, Timo taking down Lex, and Mark taking down, getting a kill of his own on Demise. The last remaining terrorist playing on the ramp, can't find Jay as Jay gets another kill. So a big round for Jay, a double kill there, entering the site and just taking the defuse all for himself.
Yeah, Joey. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say that the economy. I mean, they had to win that round, or they would have been back eco for the 15th round. That's how bad it was. But
yeah, now we got a bit of our match. I mean, Joey pretty much won them that round. He had 2 big frags there. They were like hard shots too. They knew he was in pit and they killed his teammate long, and he was still able to pick up 2 frags. So without that, like, they wouldn't have won that round.
yeah, and then you notice they had the same thing happen though. Like they killed the guy that was crossfiring with Joey, but then they still were kind of looking long while just expecting 2 guys to kill Joey. Like, to me, like, you just had this happen once. Like, let's everyone just take pit real quick and get him down. Don't give up 3 frags. You just can't do that. You're gonna lose the round almost every time.
Yeah. Of course,
So
it's a lot easier for us
TMO
to
opening up this round with an op frag. So already shunting the team of the terrorist Mythic, making it a 5-on-4. Their odds are looking good. This could be a 10-5 half now, as the bomb now, instead of waiting out line, is working its way through mid. They throw it down on the mid ramp, hanging out by Xbox, waiting for a kill here. There is Mark looking for picks at B. He's not going to find anything, as there is an opera on the back of B plat, picking in there. He escapes with his life, heads down lower, as it looks like the rest of the T's are going to condense here in courtyard CT side. Jay is going to find a lot of terrorists there as he turns the corner, and Abe takes him down, makes quick work of him. Abe now walking up ramp. Mark and Lex combining to get kills of their own on Timo and Demise, pardon me, as it is a 3-on-2 now for the terrorists in favor of them, as they are planning in B. The retake is now on during this last round for the CT, so they're just going to have to pretty much run in there and see what happens, as Lex is got his sights just trained right in on spawn, and he takes down Joey. No trouble at all. The last remaining CT is now Lilman, trying to fight his way through B tunnels, but he's quickly met by the AK of Abe. Abe having a dynamite half for his team. So the first half comes to a close, 11-4 for Mythic. Mythic getting a great momentum round there at the pretty much during the last round of the half, and so pretty much the pistol. I don't think people understand how important that last round of the half is.
Yeah, I mean, every round that Mythic lost, it was pretty much a 1v1, 1v2. So, I mean, literally give or take about 6 or 7 kills the entire match. Like, what was the difference between a 15-0 and an 11-4? You know, and every round they won, it was kind of the opposite. They had 3 or 4 alive still. So it was a really dominating performance overall, even though the 11-4 scoreline.
So, moving to round 1 here, and since we have a little bit of time, I just wanted to give a shout out to my boy Presto in chat. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you all for tuning in. So I am Ricky Rath joining me tonight.
Presto, got the shout out.
Joining me tonight is Wabbit and SND here in chat. Are we any better than the last time, I asked?
I think we're doing great. I think
we're doing dandy.
Trying to build something here, and every day we get a little bit better and a little bit bigger.
So a fun play here to start the first half, as the terrorists just hucking decoys everywhere. They run out long, try to find a kill. They do find a kill, as to make this a 4-on-3 now. So a nice, I love any decoy play. I'm always a fan of decoy play. And in mid, JVY walks out and finds Lightworker there. So things looking grim to start for Mythic, and looking very good for Nice Shirt. Now, Robbie working his way up to the crossing, finds a nice 1 USP of Timo. So a nice shot, but quickly and abruptly ended. Joey ruining the momentum of Robbie as he stormed into sight there, opening up this first half with a kill and a round. A Nice Shirt.
Yeah, he did about 75% of the work, or 80% killing the guy with the 100 health. You know, the other guys were so low, but that USP, I don't know if you use it, Wabbit, but you know, it seems to be pretty much, if you're not shooting the head, it's kind of a dull gun against armor.
Yeah, that's the gun I use too. And because there's no hit slow anymore in this game, you pretty much have to go for the headshot.
Yeah, otherwise you end up doing like 96 and 8 or some random gay shit.
Yeah.
So starting off this round, our second round of the half. The eco, of course, from the CTs, after losing that other round, have almost totally stacked long, as there are 4 CTs there, and Robbie, just for insurance sake, hanging out at B. He's not going to see anyone just yet. Jay is starting to head towards him, flashing in tunnels and falling off, heading towards long himself, as all the CTs are moving now into the long tunnel, but they're quickly met by the full fire of Joey with 3, and Demise with 1 of his own. So quickly they're mowed down, and that strategy came to a very quick end as they run into sight. Now they're just going to plant A, get that extra money. There is, however, 1 T sitting in spawn. You maybe will hear Robbie, as Robbie is just going to run through spawn. JVY hears him. He's going to try and peek him. Yes, and he does get him. JVY ending this round. So it's 11-6 now for Mythic. Still, however, Nice Shirt is looking to contend here.
Yeah, they're doing what they got to do. You know, again, they're back on now on this side, and they're doing the flawless eco thing, and you got 1 kill for Mythic, and you rack up the money. I mean, that's kind of the name of this game, and I don't know, you can contest for that, Rabbit, but I mean, what? Again,
wait, hold on. Let me cut you off right there. The full stack of the CTs into B. It's quickly met by a nade barrage from the T as they are taken down right away. To already 2 members remaining on the CT side, so great pre-nading there from the terraces. That was doomed to fail as the CTs rush into B, but are quickly met with the explosive power of the T arsenal from winning that round, as you see there from the grenade. And Demise quickly closing out that round on Lightworker, so inching closer and closer is Nice Shirt to a tie.
Yeah, they're definitely doing what they need to do right now to get back in this match. So we'll see how this first gun round goes.
Now, in our first gun round of this second half, we have the op on Lex. I'll quickly switch to him here and let you guys see what happens with him, as the T's are not going to rush long. Lex is going to play on car with the op. No kills yet. I'm going to now follow the bomb, as that is probably what Auto Director is doing. Excuse me. And that bomb is on Demise. Demise just hanging out at top mid T side. They're just feeling out the side. Maybe gonna work a strat here shortly, as 3 of his teammates move into lower mid. One moving out into lower B, into upper B. So now 2 terrorists and the bomber gonna work their way up on a cat here. As Demise just standing in the middle of mid with that bomb, still on the back of his shoulders. He's gonna find the grenade. Gonna find the grenade here shortly. Sorry, I was just distracted right there. As the 5T still holding on the Glills and AK, meeting the full guns of the CTs. Lex still with that op, hasn't found a kill yet this round. No kills yet this round. 50 seconds left on the clock. And right now, it looks like the action is going to head cat here. As Timo's going to throw a molly into sight. Lex gets his first kill with that op. A headshot. But great opening frag from him here as he's playing on A-ramp with that op. Just picking him off as they come up on cat. Robbie getting a kill of his own. Mark with the one in hit onto Joey. And Lilman finding a double kill elsewhere on the map with that Galil. Keeping his hopes alive as the bomb looks like it's going to be planted safe. So they're going to have that bomb money at the very least for him. He's holding on to Galil, looking for a kill here on cat. He's not going to find Abe as Abe takes him down. Finally, Mythic getting on the board here this second half.
Yeah, it was nice to get that bomb down, you know, considering Lex was pretty much posted up doing work and just kind of got caught with that Galil headshot, so.
Yeah, Lex did a good job there. That's my bread and butter too on this map, just locking down A with the op. It's real easy.
That's your favorite spot, huh?
Yeah, although I like playing more towards the car and ramp area, but I mean, whatever works. You gotta switch it up too.
So now we're gonna see here the bomb working its way top mid again, just like last round. The CTs still have guns. Oh, it's still, pardon me, they won that last round. The T's still have guns. Mark and Lex working a crossfire at long. It looks like Joey is just gonna hang out in A hall. He's gonna eat a grenade, go down to 62 points of damage. As his remaining teammates are playing to the left side of the map, in mid and in B. It looks like we might have our first kill. No, we won't. As Lilman tries to get that pick, he's going to run through doors. He's not going to find any of them. He does do some damage onto Robbie and Abe as they are cross-firing mid from the CT side. And now here at long, might we see our first kill as Mark is hanging out in A hall. He's going to quickly meet Joey. And Joey, yes, will go down to Mark. Mark opening things up this round. As the number 9 player, Lilman, quickly falls in support of Joey. However, he is going to run out long. He's not going to see anything. He's going to head blue bin. The bomb is headed towards him. Now Lex hanging out on site, playing by the barrel, trying to op and support his teammate Mark in pit as the terrorists move to besiege it. And Mark getting a nice toss from pit with a grenade kill. TMO getting a kill of his own. And Lex now getting an op kill into pit. Bomb still outside long now, falling off. And Jay's just going to move right out long. He's going to find one. He's going to find two. Jay with a great headshot there, making this a 2v1. So cutting out a little bit of the hard work for Demise. And Demise now, still with a little bit of heavy lifting of his own to do, he's going to have to run cat. He's going to find the op of Lex. Lex is going to try and find his op kill to use on cat. Yes, Lex does. Lex having a great second half so far with that op, bringing the score up to 13-7 for Mythic.
Yeah, the trades. I mean, it just they traded everything. They didn't let anyone get multi kills, and ultimately, I think Lex got 2 there. So it's just not a whole lot more to say really about that round. I don't think.
No, yeah, it was good. Goodbye, Mythic.
And we see an op here from TMO, maybe to fight against the op of Lex, as Lex's op has been dynamite. As you've seen these last couple rounds, you won't find the op in mid as he is picking from suicide spot on T spawn. As the bomb still just hanging out in top mid. Looks like they're working their default strat almost, it seems like so far. The flash is going to go down for cat from Lil Min. Still working around. Their CTs have opted not to set up in long this round. As we have one CT, 2 CTs, make that Mark and Robbie both playing on cat. Robbie's gonna re-smoke here shortly, as he promptly does, making this an extra hard push for the T's should they choose to go up cat. It is unlikely when that smoke is down there. Joey hanging out with that bomb, just watching outside long. Robbie moving down the stairs, playing very close on cat. It looks like the terrorists are going to do a mid to B here, as they're going to walk their way right through double doors and not see anything. Abe's going to happily peek over into mid here. He knows what's happening, Abe. Now it's going to counter flash. He's going to look outside the site, not going to see anything. Abe's going to maybe run outside here. In window comes Demise, and Abe turns around to kill him. Jay taking down Abe in return. Lightworker onto Loman, and Jay onto Lightworker. So, lightning pace of the action. A 3-on-3, 2 rifles, and an op for either team. Jay sitting on a double kill of his own this round. Mark picking up his first kill in window. So, already, it is a 3-on-2. 3 T's outside B. Robbie looking for that peek over the wall in B into B. He's gonna try and run through window here. He sees one terrace go B, and just to the right of the door is Joey picking up one, Joey picking up another one, Joey playing aside, trying to find a third, yes, and Jay picking up, combining with Joey and his teammate Lex to find that last kill there. So a failed retake from the CTs, and nice shirt still in this one.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, when Robbie first peeked in and saw the guy car, he just backed out and let him run halls, and I feel like he should have just took that shot. I mean, at that point, if you trade that kill right there, now you're in a 3v1 or 2v1, so it was interesting.
Yeah, NFS did a good job of playing off each other that round too.
So really, after this eco wabbit, I mean, what do you think? I mean, there's been enough play here in this match to know what either team is kind of you felt out the other team's strategy. So like, after this save, I mean, what's really the play here for Mythic?
Mythic, I think, just keep utilizing Lex's op, float it around, try and catch him off guard with it. For NFS, I mean, B site I think has been the more successful one, so they might just keep trying to go with the mid B split or whatever they were doing there.
And as you see on this eco, they are running into B. They're gonna get that extra bomb money just to add some insult to injury on this win streak. They are. Jay sitting on a double kill this round, blowing up some CTs there with just their little pistols. Mark and Lex, the last remaining CTs. They're gonna hang out. They're gonna run spawn, hang out for a bit. See what happens here. Lex is gonna run suicide. He's actually gonna run mid. Mark gets headshotted. Speaking of insult to injury, Lex just domes him through the door. So, sorry, not. Pardon me. That was the other way. TMO doming Lex through the door. So that's just gonna be a quick end of the round here. Mark just waiting at top mid, CT side, looking for an exit kill here with the pistol. But it doesn't look like he's gonna find one.
Yeah, I think that's you know, it's the op has become, like you said, Wabbit. You know, Lex is able to hold down A. You know, they've been trying to go A, and Lex is getting multi kills there. They go B, they're getting in. So it's kind of you got to stick with that right now. What's working. But yeah, the opposites seem to become a little more dominant. I don't know. Do you think it's because of, you know, the little movement tweaks they had, you know, several months back, and or just people getting used to the op and go in general? But it seems like everybody's got a really good op at the top level.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it depends how the team plays. I also think Dust 2 just plays. This is my favorite map to op on. I think a lot of other oppers will agree. But I mean, teams like NIP, they make it work without having like an op all the time, right? Sometimes they'll just use 5 rifles. There's a few other teams that do that too.
It seems like there was more teams early on though that were just, you know, rifling, running, and you know, the movement change with just the general movements of go, and then, you know, the rifle or the op had a little bit of a change, I think, with the scope. You probably know more about it. But just all that over the last 6-8 months, you know, has kind of, I think, got teams more focused on having, you know, 1 or even 2 really good scopes on their team.
Yeah, I mean, if you utilize it right, it's probably one of the biggest impact weapons in the game. If your opera's on, it's like match wins come.
Is Juvie still picking up the op there?
Second half of the season we switched it up and had him primary opping, and I was more rifling. He's really good at using it too.
Well, you guys are a perfect example of, you know, having a team that can, you know, pick up 2 ops or an op auto sniper type thing and really dominate certain maps like Nuke and Train and stuff like that. So
yeah. So starting round number 9 here, Mythic almost down to their insurance round here, sitting only 3 rounds ahead of Nice Shows. They have to come back. The opening kill of the round is going to go to Mark. Mark playing it long, quickly eats a nade from Jay, and Robbie gets a kill zone run back onto Jay. So trades just being exchanged here at long, as quickly we have a 3-on-2 now. 2 ops on the map, yes, and 3 rifles, 1 op each team. And now Demise and TMO looking for a pick to try and hit a site. Lex picking from Goose with the op. Timo picking safety. They're so close to seeing each other, and yes! Timo gets a kill onto Lex there, making this a 2-on-2. No ops remain. Abe sitting in CT spawn. Lightworker rotating his way into mid. Abe in a quick, maybe walk his way up to elevator here. We'll see shortly, as they have not crossed yet. Demise and TMO just sitting in long, waiting to see what happens here. And they are going to cross here shortly. Abe is looking away. They still haven't crossed yet. Abe, turn around. Look, crossing. And as just on cue, oh no, he doesn't. He peeks back and the terrorists walk across the crossing without being spotted at all. They've now been heard by Abe as Abe's going to work his way up the ramp there. But the bomb tries to go down. It's quickly blown up by the rifle of light work, and Team of the last remaining terrorists now in a 1-1 with Abe. Abe's gonna work his way up ramp. He's gonna throw a grenade into sight. A nice toss as he throws it off the ramp right onto sight. He's gonna try and get that jump kill. The ramp, a 1v1. Abe versus TMO, and Abe gets the better of him. He was 14 now to 10 for Mythic.
Yeah, Wabbit, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that retake. You know, I think they did really well, and certainly Abe threw a couple nice flashes there.
Yeah, pretty much came down to 2v2. If the original guy who planted the bomb planted a little safer, and he didn't die there, I mean, that was NFS's round, but I don't think they were too aware of a long flank, and the long flank paid off for Mythic. They got punished, NFS did.
Yeah, even though they didn't see them, you know, Abe didn't see them, and vice versa, you know, they didn't see Abe, so nobody really knew anything, so it's kind of turned back into the favor of the CTs by not seeing them cross, almost.
Yeah.
So to start off the round here, the terrorists still hanging out at the top of mid, as we've seen for most of these rounds. It is just they're just working their way through mid, things out, as we're not going to see any instant conflict this round so far. Mythic sitting on 4 rounds of comfort now, before any sort of tie is in the picture. Lex still playing great with that op. He did go down to TMO last round, but I mean, you can't count that against him. I mean, he's having so many great kills, kind of to stop entry fraggers or things like that. Bomb is going back to the game now. The bomb is in lower, and 2 Ts remain on Cat, way up. They haven't made any nades yet. They're going to slowly start meeting exchange of nades here on Cat. Rob is going to work his way up CT to try and pick the incoming terrorist. They have elected to go backwards and head towards mid. It was a fake Cat. Joey opening things up in long, getting marked down. Great opening kill for him, as it is now a 5-on-4 in favor of the terrorists here. They're going to work out mid to B. Demise picks up another one, a 5-on-3 now, as there is one CT, and Jay, perfect lurking timing, covers his teammates just as Lightwork is starting to head out towards site there. And elsewhere on the map, Joey's just plowing CTs left, right, and center to end this round. 14 to 10, a big and strong round. 5-0 wipe for Nice Shirt.
Yeah, they've kind of set themselves up for pretty much the rest of this half, unless they lose 2 or 3 in a row here real quick. Mythic definitely needs to get one of these rounds, one of these next 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real close match. Mythic probably has to double save here.
So Mythic choosing to stack the right side as TMO moves in. They're looking for fake. The stack is there. TMO getting 1 kill with the AK. Jay getting 1 of his own. These are all terrorist kills, plowing over the CTs, bowling them over, and already it's a 5-on-1 now as Robbie is left to his own devices, and his device of choice will be a USP in mid. Well, hopefully looking for an exit kill. He's gonna peek lower and quickly see Demise, but Demise going to engage him here, but not hit him, and he falls back. Robbie is still with his health and 100 HP, still looking for that gun. Gets dinked through the door, and Joey comes in to clean up, making his 14 to 12, and their insurance round is here, as they need to try and get to this last game point.
Yep, flawless eco. Nothing else to say. I mean, the economy's set, and at this point, Mythic's just gotta save up 1 more and get 2. You know, you gotta win 2 out of the next 4. That's pretty much the game right now.
Starting off our round now. Round number 12. Already out in long. Going to fall off, however, that bomb is sitting on Demise as moving up long. That's a kill with that pocket AK to CD, and Molly is going to quickly meet him playing at car. And Joey dunks him with a nade. 4-on-4. It is an eco for the CTs. They're just whirlwinding around the map, looking for a big rotate here. Maybe trying to find some exit kills. You know, this SMD, I mean, all you can really hope for is just guns.
Yeah, guns and some kills, you know, a little economy, you know, in case you lose this round right here. You're not put right back on an eco to give them match point. You know, that's not what you're looking to do, but it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. So this is a big round right here. This could lead to match point real quick.
So, Nice Shirt sitting on the cusp of tying things up, turning this into quite the barn burner tonight. I might add, it was looking grim at the start for Nice Shirt, but they have redeemed themselves now. Looking for a kill here at long, as the T's are gonna hang outside long. There are 3 T's playing up close, aggressing a lot long, and Robbie just walks in, picking off Joey through the smoke. No big deal. And Timo now just hanging out in long. Gonna see if anyone tries to push through. He's not gonna find anyone. Robbie is playing in CT now, waiting cat. They run up cat, they run back again. We saw this a few rounds ago. They run up cat, they run out mid again, and try and do a mid to B, but playing in B is Mark and, pardon me, Lightworker. And it looks like they might be ready for them here this time. As the mid to B is coming now, as Abe tries to pick one through the door, he is going to fall back into tunnel now. Lightworker left in sight to his own, and he's gonna find one. Lightworker's gonna try and find a second. No, Demise takes him down, and the Terrorists have taken the site here, as the rest of Mythic is now rotating through spawn. Abe looking for a kill here in tunnel. He did fall back. The Terrorists are aware of that. Jay playing in the very close left of B. He's gonna get flashed. He's gonna try and peek, but no, in the site. Robbie getting an entry frag. Robbie looking for Sanctuary and an entry frag. No, Mark picks it up. Robbie did end up finding a second entry frag and just shutting down the Terrorists totally as they tried to move into sight there. They just could not seem to hold on to it.
Yeah, I liked Abe's decision to push into halls and not contest those guys, to wait for his team. I mean, certainly a great one. How do you guys play CT side? I know you guys said you're a strong CT side, so I mean, what is your general setup?
We normally do like 2-1-2, so 2B, 1 CT, and then 2A, and I'll normally solo hold cat. And that one guy CT will normally help us take A initially.
Timo starting things off with an off-pick mid, so already a great start for the T's. Exactly what they needed to start this round off. He's going to look for another one, but there's only smoke to be met by him. He is going to actually buy an AK and just run out and try and support his teammates. So the op is not the weapon of choice for the Terrorists this round. Why did we see him just drop that op and pick up an AK?
Wabbit, what do you think?
Actually, I didn't see what happened there. Did he?
So he
Timo picked
was
one up
picking
and
it
then
up, and
then
he
just
just
bought
picked
an
up.
AK after picking it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I saw them earlier.
So
They had the
obviously he's feeling
opportunity
more
to pick
comfortable
that
with that AK, for sure. And it seems to be paying off right now, as we're already in a 4v2 situation here. Lightworker and Robbie, the last CTs, you're gonna save their guns for this last round. The Terrorists know it. They're already on the hunt. Nobody is watching the bomb right now. Nobody is within a mile. So they're trying to ruin the economy here for the last round. This is actually a little bit more important, as the stakes are higher. It is round 14. Robbie is going to find one. He does find TMO on the flank. Lightworker gonna get picked off by Lil Min. Robbie now looking for another kill. Spawn. He's not going to find it, as yes, the Terrorists successfully blow up the CTs and their economy along with it, moving into our last round of this half. This could be a tie, and hopefully our first playoffs here on Go RGN here for season 16.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, unless this CZ and a couple, probably 5.7s looks like. 5.7s are a dangerous weapon though, so I wouldn't count them out just yet. But if NFS plays it like they should, then you might see a little overtime here.
Wouldn't that be nice? And it looks that will be the case. And barring any sort of unreal 5.7 plays, you said the 5.7 is actually quite a powerful and underrated pistol. The only reason it is such is because it is overshadowed by its CZ counterpart. And now we have the CTs playing a 2-1-2, 2B, 1 cat, 2 long. They're not going to really see anything. Up close on cat, we are. Loman's going to peek out on cat. He's taking down by Lex. Lex, the only CT holding onto a weapon this round. One of his teammates should hopefully rotate over and get that. It's not going to matter as Timo jumps on Xbox and it just drops Lex, making this a 4-on-4 now. Still only one gun for the CTs. And yes, that is still on Robbie as he works his way into CT spawn. He's going to try and counter any sort of mid to B play here. Nades are going to come out here shortly from the Terrorists. Smoke. No, Timo trying to smoke, trying to flash. He is going to smoke now from mid to B. Bomb is on cat. It might jump. Looks like it's going to jump down here. Nope, they are going to head cat. Pardon me. So a perfect play here. A perfect mid to B fake. And they're going to run up Cat and just take it pretty much unhindered. The closest CT they have is Mark on the flank right now. And he's going to quickly catch the side of Jay. But Jay turning around, it does not matter as Mark picks up the AK, drops Jay moving to sight. Joey with a kill of his own on a Mark. 3-on-3 now. Still one gun remaining on the CT side. All the terrorists now playing in A on the Cat, looking for kill as the CTs move in, and AK sprays. Dropping Joey and Timo combining to drop Ava and Lightwork as they pushed up their way through CT. Robbie working his way up long, now at the crossing, finding one kill, getting mollied. He's gonna run onto the bomb, doesn't see anything. A 2v1 now. Joey and Demise. Joey playing quad box, not known by Robbie. Robbie is going to run away here, try and get a kill at quad. It's not gonna matter. Demise drops him with the AK, and it looks like overtime.
Yeah, they you know, they stepped up. NFS did what they had to do. I mean, they definitely. I think once again it's I don't know. It seemed like, you know, Mythic kind of just dominated them. Maybe got in a little groove, and NFS just came back and told them they can't be someone just to take lightly. You know, so tit for tat there.
Good match so far. Good individual play from everyone's shining in different rounds.
So for those of you who are new, SND, hopefully you can explain to these people how the overtime works. How many rounds, how the rounds work.
Yeah, ESEA is going to be, what, 10,000, 5 rounds, is that right?
I think it's only 3 rounds.
Is it 3 rounds? Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, you're right, 3 rounds. I think we only had about 4 overtime losses last season. So I should know that with reliable gaming, but yeah, it's 3 rounds. Start at 10,000. It's, you know, it's gonna be. I don't know, those first 2 rounds. Whoever's, I guess, NFS gonna be starting T side, or would they switch back? Wouldn't they? I guess they would start T side, right? Because they started CT to start the match. So yeah, it's gonna come down to those. You know, if they get those first 2 rounds and make it a 3-0. It's might be a little tough. You know, they're on a roll right now. They just came off their 11-4 side. I mean, Wabbit, how does momentum go into overtime matches for you guys? You know, when you do have them, I mean, if you're coming off of the losing side, giving up the overtime, or if you're taking the overtime.
Yeah, it's definitely tough coming. Like, if you're up big and in a position to win the match, and the other team comes back on you and pushes it into OT, it's demoralizing. But pretty much what you gotta do is just reset, treat it as it's a whole new match now with max round 3 per half. Pretty much reset and just, I don't know, stick to your game plan, what works, and yeah.
Honestly, I just asked you guys to explain it because I didn't know a damn thing. I don't think I've ever been in overtime before, and I am new to casting, so I've never cast it, so please forgive me.
Yeah, and I think Mythic's a team, you know, that can do that too. I think they've been around. I would say they've been in a few overtimes in the last couple seasons, so.
And overtime, like, playing under that level of pressure too, there's a lot to be said about players who have done that over and over and over again. They definitely have an edge over teams that, you know, might be a little better, like individual players being better in skill, but if you have that level of, like, if you have that veterancy and experience playing in a high pressure situation like that, you definitely have an edge going into it.
And I don't know these guys on NFS as much. I know Demise a little bit, but Wabba, you may have any type of history with them to know how long they've been around individually.
Yeah, I know. I recognize Joey, I think TMO, I'm not sure, and Lil Man, and Demise from last seasons to play against them quite a bit.
Yeah, so certainly, you know, it seems like they both, you know, have the ability to step up and play the game, and,
yeah.
And that's obviously why they're here in playoffs, main playoffs. So
yeah, I think both these teams are this season. They've played overtime matches before. Also, quick shout out to my boy Juvie. You asked me to say that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh god, Juvie. He's gonna be messaging me for op power in about 5 minutes, I'm sure.
And here we are in our ESEAM first coverage of main overtime now. For GoRGN, I am Ricky Rash. Joining me today is SND and Wabbit. Moving into the first round now here, we have the auto snipe on Robbie 1. Who doesn't love an auto snipe now and then? Lex holding onto that up. Mark and Lightworker and Abe all holding on the rifle. For the T side, we have Joey with a rifle, TMO with an op, and Jay and Lilman and Demise all holding on to AKs of their own. Playing in mid is Robbie with the auto snipe. So far, no action yet. The bomb playing its way top mid, T side, just sitting on the ground. They're waiting to be picked up. Terrace looking for any sort of push or pick here. They're not going to find anything. CTs, however, are playing heavy in mid as they have Mark playing cat, ready to drop. And they have Abe and Robbie both cross-firing in mid here. They're not going to find anything, as 4 Terrace, however, are very close to the door. They work their way up cat here. They try and find one. They don't find anything. Lohman is dropped to 20 HP though, so already a rough start for him. Not finding any kills. The first kill of the round goes to Robbie through the door with the auto snipe. So great start for him. Timo returns onto Robbie, dropping that auto snipe. And now we have a 4-on-4 situation here, as Robbie and Demise both on the bench for their respective teams. Smokes go down, the T's walk out in through the double door. Timo looking for a pick into CT spawn. Moving through is Abe to counter and flank and get the headshot on Timo through the door. So great work by him. Mark getting another kill of his own. Things looking grim here for the terrorists as a 4-on-2 now. The bomb still isn't spotted. It has been spotted now. It is in long. Lex with another op kill. Looking for the op kill through smoke. Doesn't find it. Logan now trying to get across the crossing, but Abe picking up the auto snipe of his teammate and dropping him from mid. So already Mythic up 1 round in this first, hopefully, what is only 1 overtime.
Yeah, getting that first round CT side overtime, you know, that's pretty big, you know, and doing it almost flawlessly once again. Economy, it's been the name of this game, so it's gonna be interesting here. This round right here could make a 3-0 CT side for Mythic.
But we're seeing the same gun setup as I mentioned last round. The auto snipe still on Robbie. Big fan of the auto snipe. The number 1 and 2 CT players, Abe and Lightworker, hanging out in B. They're not met by anything just yet. The one lurker is Jay in lower B tunnels, heading up towards upper A. Now, the terrorists have made their way out double doors. They're going to try and get to a mid to B here. The smoke goes down, but Mark with a great shot from smoke, dropping one. Sorry, not from spawn. Yes, from spawn. Abe rotating out of into B, onto B ramp, getting one. Joey now returning onto him. Abe getting another. Abe looking for his third. He's not going to find it. Timo goes down. Timo gets another op frag. So double kill for Timo. Timo drops down from mid. Pardon me, I was halfway through his sentence there, and just runs out double doors, gets 2 big off frags there. So making this a 2v2 on what could have been a great closing out of the round there by the terrorists. They just could, or by the CTs, they just couldn't close out on Timo, as his op has been on point this game. Lex, his counterpart on the CT, is holding onto a rifle. He's gonna head tunnel, try and pick him. Backside is one terrorist. Lex stays on one. Lex goes for a second one. He damages the hell out of TMO and tunnel. He's gonna look for that frag as his teammate sticks the bomb. Robbie's gonna go. Yes, Robbie sticks the bomb, gets him. Lex actually pins up the kill anyways, giving Mythic a 2-round advantage here in overtime.
Yeah, great use of the nade, and then, you know, bringing out his pistol, just knowing all he's got to do is really just keep him from peeking his teammate while he defuses. I mean, it was just good teamwork.
Yeah, well played there by, I think it was Abe. Timo almost allowed his team to win that round with those 2 big off frags though.
So
Yeah.
nice shirt, trying to keep their dreams alive here. They haven't won in overtime yet. They are still working their defaults out the mid, hanging out at top, or the bomb hanging out at top mid. Jay looking for that B lurker. He's not going to find anything hanging outside B. However, we're going to see some action here as the number 5 and 3 CT players looking to get a kill in B. That is Mark and Robbie. They're not going to see anything. They're going to fall off. Hanging out in A hall is Joey. Teammates are trying to draw aggro for him. They're not going to find anything. The only CT remaining in long is Mark. No kills elsewhere on the map. The terrorists have started to rotate towards mid. The bomb is going to get picked up by Demise, and he's going to head towards mid. The first opening kill of the round goes to Mark, onto Joey. Joey was lurking in A tunnels, but no dice for him. As the rest of the terrorists now move into mid, they're going to look for a play here. And they're going to elect to fall back. The call is to fall off and head to long. And there is no long play right now. However, Lex is going to head over there with his op. He's going to try and find a pick. Lex's op has just been unreal this game so far, getting some important kills. The terrorist's going to run through the smoke. They're up close. Lex finding one. Teammate Mark finding another. Mark finding one. Mark finding 3 kills there at long. A great round by Mark.
Oh god, I almost had to jump in there right then because that was just insane. Awesome spray control. Wabbit, I mean, we were talking about the difference in the 2 M4s to be able to hold something, and you know, you don't see a whole lot of 4Ks, unfortunately, like that with the silence 24 M4.
No, yeah, I normally have to reset after after every few engages because you got to reload, but they lined up for him there. That was nice. And it was a good mid-round reset there by Mythic there to put 2 on long. They read NFS very well.
Yeah, kind of retaking long mid-round is something that, you know, if you do it properly, and you know, it's pretty strong. You know, especially if you show a lot of control in mid and cat, and then, like you said, you're basically pushing them where you want them, and then you're peeking out on them, and it's tough to do anything there.
So a 5 AK setup heading into the second half of the first overtime here in ESEA main. I am Ricky Rath. Joining me is SND and Wabbit of Not Good Enough playing an invite, giving us our invite insider tonight. No kills to start off this round yet. Some nades being exchanged at long, but pretty much no damage being dealt on the map yet. The bomb is hanging out in the upper B halls. Mark, Lightworker, Lex, and who is that last remaining T there? That is Abe. They're all just chilling at the tunnel. Number 8 player Mark is going to head up in the mid, jumps on Xbox, looking for something cat. He's not going to find anything. He's going to get flashed out. He's going to stay there. Playing on Xbox now is Robbie, following up in support. He might walk out mid here. Big headshot from Robbie there on the team. But little does he know, right around the corner is waiting JV. Is he going to peek it? No, he won't. JVYY taking out Robbie with the Colt, returning onto him. It's a 4v4. Make that a 4-on-3 as Abe runs into B and just blasts on demise. So already the T's are up by 1 body. In the door is Jay trying to get 1. Abe returns onto him. So just they keep trading kills back and forth. CTs and T's go down. A 3-on-2 now as the Terrors have taken site. 2 CTs remain to retake the site. And this would be lights out for the CTs here as Joey, the last remaining CT, goes down. And a GG as Mythic takes our first coverage of ESEA main season 16 against Nice Shirt. I am Ricky Rath, and what did you think about that match, SND?
Great match. 2 good teams. And I know in chat mentioned that NFS has been together for quite a while, since 1-6 days. So it showed. You know, both teams stepped up and put together a pretty good show for everyone. So congrats to both. You know, somebody had to lose though.
So our invite insider tonight, Wabbit. I mean, how did you feel? How do you feel you'd stack up against either of those teams playing invite?
No offense, but I'd feel pretty confident playing against.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did you feel about their game though? That like really like, because these guys are trying to get into invite right now. What do you think these teams need to do pretty much to get that to that next level?
I think they just kind of got to brush up on stuff, kind of tinker with a few things, you know? Like, obviously the skill and everything's there, and it's really just minor adjustments. Like, little minor adjustments in this game can make a big difference in whether or not you win or lose a round. Like, whether or not you peak now or you peak 5 seconds later, like little stuff like that really makes a big difference in how you play off your team.
Yeah, an in-game leader. You know, I don't know who lead guys' team. You know, but I think an in-game leader is very, very underrated in this game right now, more than any version of Counter-Strike. But you know, I feel like Go is a little run and gun, but then it plays into the methodical 1-6 strategy of, you know, just execution all across the board. You know, you gotta execute. So.
And joining us right now from that game is Mark. Mark, how you doing, buddy? How did that feel?
Ooh, it felt good, dude. I was due for a good game.
What was the feeling going, like, because after, you know, the score kind of closed in like to a tie, how did that feel in Mumble?
I mean, personally, I was really quiet. It sucks when you're on the other side of that, because we were up the first half, so the second half when we ended up in a tie, it was kind of, you know, it was kind of a crushing for the morale. But I mean, you know, we tried to keep the energy up as best as we could.
Was there like a you know, like a gridiron coach speech from anyone there? You got your IGL doing that?
Yeah, Lex is our coach, dude.
Yeah,
he always gives us the pregame pep talk, keeps us in the game.
Talk us through that. I'm actually a little interested in that, Mark.
I don't know, man. Lex is like one of those people like you see in a movie. Like he'll come on like right before the match. We always ask Lex, you need to give us a speech, dude, every single time, and he comes out with like this Coach Carter stuff, dude. He comes out with the best speech.
Now, who is your in-game leader?
Normally it's me, but That game, Rob was calling our T side because I'm pretty awful at calling Dust 2. Apparently, like our Dust 2 has been so rough, and we played one scrim before where Rob was calling and he was doing really well, so we just went ahead and went with that in the match too.
Yeah, you guys actually lost to those guys in regular season, which we were talking about a little bit early on, but I think it was kind of across the board agreeance between myself, Wabbit, and Ricky that you guys weren't going to make some of the same mistakes you did in that match. That it seemed like maybe you took them a little bit for granted, or something of that nature, and just kind of got surprised by how good they played us too the first time around.
That week on Dust 2 actually was really bad for us. We had 2 people that were out of town that week, and we did not really get to go over Dust 2 the same way we did our other maps. So with that being said, Dust 2 is probably like our map that we kind of dreaded the most because it was the only map we really never talked a whole lot about. But they're actually really good. Like the NFS team, like they hit the most crazy shots, and on Dust 2, you can run with that. Just get the most. They get the kind of picks they get and are able to run with just destroyed us the first time, and we knew it was going to be rough this time too. And they definitely made it really close.
So, like,
Awesome.
was there any strat in particular that you guys felt like they kept exploiting because you just had no answer to it?
On our CT side, the first time we played them, we had a cat stack strat where we would get Lex boosted up cat, and he would pick mid or lower. And every single time we did that, then the first match we played them, they would counter it every single time. Like they shut down every time. So we made it a point to not to do that this game. We only did it maybe twice, I think. But we kept mostly to the default. We tried to do a lot of like aggressive pushes because I kind of realized they were kind of doing mostly a 1-3-1 kind of thing. They were getting 3 aggressive mid, which is kind of a common thing to do, like 1 outside long, 1 B, and then 3 aggressive mid. So what we would do is we would push out, kill one of the guys long or kill one of the guys B tunnel, and then fall off, and then we'd be up 1. So like they tend to like wait till the end of the round, like late in the round, and then they do an execute, and the less people we try to get them down to as few people as possible, so it was easy.
So, like, when you face a team like that, I mean, does that kind of make you more weary of the other teams you have to face going forward? Obviously, Maine is super competitive this season. Are there any teams in particular that you're kind of keeping an eye on?
Oh, this match we were really nervous for because we know that NFS team's really good. They just scored us the first time, but other teams we're looking out for is Muffin Lightning, Area 51. I mean, all of them, man. Like, even SK destroyed us on Dust 2 too. Like, so I mean, we got to look out for everybody.
So,
Yeah.
like with that, going into like invite, you obviously you're trying to get there. What's do you really feel like you have to make changes before you get there?
Like, what do you mean?
Like changes, like as opposed to like let's say like your Dust 2. You said your Dust 2 wasn't that great. Like, how does that feel? Like, how are you gonna fine tune or hone your craft as a Counter-Strike player to get to that next level?
I don't know. We just never found anything that we're really comfortable with doing. Like, it's a lot of the main thing I say is a Dust 2 is like that standard map, and then we have 3 people. We have on our team we have a Call of Duty player, we have a 1.6 player, and we have 3 Force players. And I mean, that alone, it's like there's so many different ways people can come up with how to play Dust 2, and the problem is getting all those people on the same page, and that's the problem we have a lot. Is that everybody has an idea how to play Dust 2 because it's the most basic map. If you're not on the same page, it's not going to work. So we just need to find something we're all comfortable with doing, and figure out what it is we're good at doing on Dust 2, and just stick with that.
Now, is your second round of playoffs coming up? Is that going to be on train just like the other rounds, like I am, or is it a different rotation? Do you know?
Yeah, it's going to be train.
Okay, so it's going to be train against Cyber Revolution, and I know they're seeded 3, you guys are 2, which should make for another good match. But how is train for you guys? You don't certainly have to give away a whole lot as far as how you're going to play it, but just overall, I mean, do you guys feel very comfortable on train and to go up against just anyone, or is that kind of another one of those maps that I know it doesn't get played a ton? So
we're fairly confident in our train. In the regular season of ESEA and CEVO, we actually did fairly well. I think the only team we really got destroyed on it was IBP and CEVO-P. But train's one of those maps that we can run with. Like, we're really confident in our train, and I know CyberRev, Peter's a really solid opper, so I mean that it's going to come down to Lex versus Peter for a lot of the rounds probably.
as we saw tonight, Peter playing out of his mind with that op on the master we casted before yours.
Yeah, he can go nuts with that, and that's definitely something we're gonna have to watch out for and train.
So, I mean, just what's the feeling for you guys? Like, you just had a big overtime win. You're all done with your match. You're done probably for the night. What do you do afterwards?
What am I gonna do personally, or what are we gonna do?
You guys go to Dairy Queen and have a little treat for yourselves, or you surf? What's going on?
Probably Dairy Queen actually sounds pretty good. I don't know. We don't really have a lot of time. Our Sunday is our train match, so we tried to get some train in already. So probably tonight we're just gonna rest, take it easy, because that was an emotional roller coaster during that match. I think everybody's already fried, so we're probably just gonna take a break right now.
Yeah, it seems that actually in chat, CyberRev's already come up with their strategy for training against you guys. Relics is basically just going to buy you off with skins, he says. And,
that's actually a really good strategy.
Yeah, he says he's just going to move right on in the playoffs. You know, just gonna cost him a couple $100 in skins and maybe a knife. No big deal. Move on. You know, so.
I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to my team about that. If we get knives each, I think we might have to take it up on that.
Yeah, CS:GO Lounge. I don't know if you guys read up there a little bit about the Reddit post on the scandal there with Taz and them, where they were actually got CS:GO Lounge to put a game on that was already played. That was ridiculous.
We actually Abe and Lex bet heavily on that, and Abe bet on Virtus Pro, and Lex bet everything on LDLC, and Lex was super mad after the match, and then he was super happy after the match.
When he realized that it was all coming
yeah,
back.
They're all kissed.
But I mean, yeah, did you see what a couple of them put, a couple $100 worth of skins? It's interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, but I mean, why not? Like if you know the outcome, I mean, it's not ethically, it's not ethically, morally, the righteous thing to do, but I mean, it's skins.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be what I'd like to see, honestly, and I hear your thoughts a little bit on it, but I'd like to see some type of system, and certainly even I've thought about it for us with the GoRGN situation, to even talk about like create the bots that they're doing, and they're, because obviously they're not associated with Valve, I'm sure most people know.
Definitely,
to have that over here in the US, and then to have it for the lower ranked teams, because there's some really good matches, and I like the idea. I just feel like it's kind of based over in Europe, and that's kind of really, other than the invite teams, that's all they really care about. So
yeah, that would actually be really interesting.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be too hard. It's certainly something to think about as it gains popularity everywhere. So
yeah, I certainly. I mean, there's good and bad things to it. Of course, the bad things is people get DDoS because of the skins. Everybody wants to get the edge on the match so that they can win their skins. But I feel like with the betting, it just everybody who bets, like there's like 20,000 people that use Go Lounge, maybe even more than that. Like it makes them really interested in competitive Counter-Strike. Like everybody watches these matches because they've got something on the line and they feel that emotional attachment to the match, like they want their team to win. It's really interesting because it gets people interested in competitive Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and that's kind of frankly for us as a company trying to do a service to everyone, and obviously revenue and all that has to come in order to do more and give more, and that's something that is huge. If you can give it, you don't even have to really make anything through that, and just kind of give everyone something to do and something to have fun with, because that's what's been missing for quite a while, just something to do and have fun, and for the spectators. So
winding this to a close here, you are listening to Mark from Mythic Gaming. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
I want to give a shout out to Brumsy, who's been sitting in our mumble, and he's our keeping us level-headed. He's telling us we're the best, even though when we don't believe it. So Brumsy deserves a huge shout-out. All the people who tell us that we're amazing and that we can win main, thank you guys. And we're going to do our best to finish this out.
All right, and there you have it. This is GoRGN TV. Joining me today was SND and Wabbit. I would also like to give you guys a big thank you today.
Thanks for having me. It was a good experience.
On another successful cast, and yes, we hope to see you again And we hope to see you guys watching at home again. Thank you for tuning in. We did peak at around 250 something, so it was always awesome. And thank you again for watching.
Absolutely. Another quick shout out to edgegameservers.com. Anything you guys need from email, web hosting, any voice server, any game you can think of, they can help you out. Great sponsor for us. And again to LP Kane and ESEA TV for kind of helping us out a little bit as well along the way, and putting us as a feature stream on ESEA so we can continue to do what we're doing. And if you guys want to help out your part, we've got a sub button. Feel free to subscribe and certainly take part in our different giveaways and things that we're going to do to help you guys. So I appreciate it as well.